This woman. You see what I am saying?
Madam.
Don't madam her anything. She's a mad ham, not madam.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. The dramatic couples. You're welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Bartimeus.
Thanks.
Oh, where have I gone wrong?
Honey,
You've gone nowhere wrong, sir. Rightly sitting close to your wife. God has really blessed you with a sight. You're a strong woman. I admire your strength.
thanks, sir.
Rightly sitting close to her only means I am in the wrong place. After you've heard why we are here.
No, sir. Whatever the problem, she chose to be your sight, and that's courageous.
My sight? Am I blind?
You're not blind.
Were you not complimenting my ability to see a good wife?
You're not blind, but your dark eyepiece, the way you sat, and how you hardly moved aroused such thoughts.
Honey, you see how observant your fellow man can be. The little things.
That's not being observant enough. I have no walking stick. Did he observe that?
Oh, no, not every blind fellow uses that. Some just use a dark eyepiece, while a human directs their steps.
No, you. Oh no. So you and my wife are persistent to make me accept I look blind or what?
But honey, that is the reason why we are here. You have a BSc in selective blindness. This might lead to total blindness if we don't.
No. It's if you don't stop talking. I will make you learn how to be selective in your speech. Please. No wonder you told me to wear this very dark sunglass.
You had to look blind enough.
Can you hear that?
Can there be more simplicity in all this? We have just started. Please, pardon my invalid speculation, Mr. Bat. It wasn't intentional.
I know. Reasons why I'm still here. My wife should be apologizing instead. However, I never knew there's anything called selective blindness. She may be right. I don't know. But I don't want to hear it from her anymore because she doesn't know how to talk. I want to hear it from a fellow man like me. School me.
Okay, that's thoughtful of you to not mind how she sees it, yet want to know why she sees it.
This is something I explained several times. But you paid to come hear it from a fellow man. Money we did use.
Hey. This woman. You see what I am saying?
Madam.
Don't madam her anything. She's a mad ham, not madam.
I am very sorry, sir. He can provoke the worst out of...
No, you think it's only you that have a provocable worst inside. Woman, your worst is a baby to mine, you know?
Please, let's get back to the issues on ground. Madam.
It is Mrs. Bartimeus. Batty and Meus.
Don't spoil our name, please. It's Bartimeus, not Batty and Meus. But it's fine if you would like to be a bat and a mouse. Or perhaps blind Bartimeus.
Exactly. Blind Bartimeus. I had wondered where
What?
No. You were saying?
Onto the main issue, please. Onto the main issue.
Better.
Mrs. Bartimeus, selective blindness in every marriage is default in both genders, which can be for a good reason or a bad reason. This is where communication comes in to be very sure one is selectively choosing not to see or to see what you want them to. So how have you been able to communicate this with your husband to see what you want him to? It can be by body signs, which I believe women are very good at.
Sir, my husband on is conk and chronic. He doesn't see body language. Even I've been speaking to him about it. I'm scared he has selectively choosing to understand what he wants and misunderstand the part he's willing to. My husband is very sharp when it comes to complaining about how food is salty or need more salt or how unkempt the house is. But he never for once outside to say how unkempt my hair is. He sees what he wants to.
My mind is clean. I bear no grudges against her, except she doesn't know how to communicate with me. Hers is always with provocation. I am tired of listening to her bitterness.
You want to start again?
You see, when she wants to start again, this is how she starts again.
Please, no starting again.
See, remember to tell my wife that I am a very good husband material. My type is not in the market though.
So, it is my type that is in the market.
Okay, Miss Bartimeus, can you please communicate more on where he was selectively blind?
On the 3rd of June,
This is plain.
I didn't have any money to change my expired hair.
Expired?
Fem,
Okay.
I didn't have any money to change my hair. There is no body language that exists in this world that I didn't use to communicate to my husband. But he chose to be blind to all those. He chose to be blind to how haggard my hair looked. Sir, my husband was always ignoring all the signs I was giving him. 5th of June, I decided to ask him directly that I needed money for my hair. Guess what he said?
What?
Darling, you are looking beautiful this way. You have to have self-confidence in your natural beauty. You don't need to change your hair before you see you have beauty in you. I didn't even know what to say until the 6th of June when I decided to take out my pocket to change my hair. And guess what? He came over to me, shouting over me, claiming how beautiful I look in that new hair.
What's the offense in complimenting my wife's new look?
Where did that natural beauty go?
See?
So, if I should get this right, he selectively chose to be blind when your hair was undone. And after you've changed your hair, he was so fast to acknowledge it.
You get it right. And not only that, Mr. Therapist, on the 8th of June, I asked my husband to stop in front of a boutique that I wanted to get a few things.
Okay.
We entered the boutique, and when I started checking out dresses, my husband was acting his role, helping me check dress and even selecting for me.
That's the part she will never admit. I am very romantic.
When it was time to pay for the dresses, he put on his stupid shade.
Leave my sunshade out of this.
He ignored me totally, like I came alone, sir. He had sight when I was selecting the dress. He had sight when he was giving me suggestion and choosing for me. But he became blind suddenly when it is time to pay the bills.
Alright, Miss Bartimeus.
It is not over, sir.
Okay.
On the 13th of June, I got back from work and met my husband rejoicing. I asked him why, and he told me he just secured a contract, and then he offered to change my hair for me. He said it wasn't looking beautiful enough as I used to. He asked me how much it would take to change my hair, my nails, my wardrobe, and jewelry. We agreed to change them one by one. So I went to confirm how much it would take to change my hair. And when I told him the price, my husband ghosted me again. He stopped saying that my hair needed change. He would just wake up and walk past me with his stupid dark shade. On the 4th of...
Excuse me, don't tell me you have this whole diary full of your husband's guilt.
I wrote everything down.
Please, ask her where she wrote the good things I have done for her.
Ma, we will have to stop on that 30th of June.
I still have more.
I know you have more, but if we sit through all this, we might not achieve anything. The major problem here is selective blindness,
Yes.
which I believe is intentional. But well, we want to know the reason why he will selectively want to be blind about those things you've mentioned. So sir, I hope you have your side of the story.
He doesn't have a sight.
Of course I do. When I asked her how much it would take to change her hair, she said she will give me the price. Please, ask her what price she gave me.
Madam.
It is Bond Street.
My wife was asking me to give her 1.5 million to change her hair. Imagine.
Are your mates out there not buying Bond Street for their wives?
They are now my mates because you are requesting for a 1.5 million naira Bond Street hair. I should buy you Bond Street out of how much contract? The contract I got was 6 million and she's already deducting 1.5 for a Bond Street hair. Come on.
You are trying to make me bad?
Do you make charcoal darker?
Please, ask him. Even if I was wrong with that Bond Street part, how about the previous ones? When he ignored my shabby appearance until I get them done? Or how he ignored me totally at the boutique when I was giving the bill?
I didn't have money. Couldn't you see? You decided to switch your selective blindness to that part. I have been struggling financially to put food on the table and she refused to see my struggles. She never really cared. She refused to acknowledge the hardship I was going through. I want to treat my wife like a queen, that she is. See, I have been living in anticipation of that day I will be able to tell her I want to take her out. And when that small money came in, I asked her if she would like to change her hair. And I was expecting the answer immediately. At least she knows how much she uses in making her hair. It is not something she should go outside to find out. But no, Auntie went out and brought discomfort back into our home.
You didn't tell me.
Do I have to tell you I didn't have money? You were complaining I wasn't paying attention to your body languages. Why were you not paying attention to mine too? I be silence, not be body language. Bros, I have been able to convince you and not to confuse you that we are both suffering from selective blindness.
He accused you of not understanding his financial situation. I believe he should be able to communicate that to you so you know how things are going in his place of work. If things are working fine for him or not. Has he always been like this?
No, sir.
Okay. However, when he asked you to tell him how much you would use in making your hair, madam, you are a woman and you should know how much your hair costs as you've been making your hair. You surely know how much it will take, but I believe perhaps you wanted something new and more expensive without knowing what his pockets could carry. So you eventually went out to explore and took out one of the most expensive stuff, which I believe might not be bad, but you should have also considered the reason why he was quiet and tried to understand and know why such was really happening. But understand that he wasn't communicating enough.
Tell her,
sir, please, You need to learn how to communicate with your wife. Communication would have saved you from all this.
What kind of man tells his woman that he doesn't have money? Would you tell your wife you don't have money? It doesn't matter if or not I tell her with how she's already acting. It won't change anything.
There's nothing wrong in telling your wife about your financial constraints. I understand where you're going with this. There are men who always want to act as if everything is fine and working well, when things really are not. Cause the society expectations have made men to find it hard to communicate. You find it so hard to tell your partner you can't afford what she wants. But sir, do you really want to stand out? For things to work out fine between you both. She's your wife, a woman you are going to live the rest of your life with. I believe you should learn how to communicate with her and see if she's going to understand, knowing that you tried communicating it at least.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Therapist. I really appreciate. At least we know where our faults are now.
Thank you so much, sir.
So you both should apologize to each other. Who's going first? Please.
I am sorry, honey.
I am sorry too.